If you're looking to start photography, I recommend you start here. So this is a budget Nikon camera with the kit lens, and this covers about everything you need. So let's just get right into taking photos in my backyard and showing you what this can do. So when starting out, I honestly recommend shooting in what's called auto mode, and I'm just going to take photos. So you can use the screen to help you take photos if you want by using that lever, and you can just point at things and take photos. For example, just taking a photo of the trees over there. And what's great about using auto is that it does all the thinking for you. If you don't know all of the different aperture, shutter speed, ISO you should be using, this will do the best it can with what it knows how to do. So let's just take photos, and we're just going to be working on composition, which is what I highly recommend for people who are starting out. And I'll show you what this thing can do and what you can do when you edit your photos and how powerful that is. So let's just take some photos. As you can see here, this is not a perfect camera. Actually, the LCD screen is messed up, but it still is a functioning camera, so that's all that matters. So I'm going to move that red box and shift it down to the shed here and take photos of the shed and the trees in the background, and that's a photo right there. And so all those photos are at 18 millimeters, so it's a wide open shot. So if you use the zoom lens, you move it closer to 55 millimeters, you zoom in, so it looks a lot closer. So for example, those are the cars, and that's at 18 millimeters. So let's just do two different ones. Taking pictures of the cars at 18 millimeters. Let's do 35, and it'll be a closer shot. And let's go to 55, and that is the farthest this can zoom in. And if you want to look at the photos you've taken, you can just hit this icon here, and it'll show you all the photos you've taken. So let's continue taking photos and seeing what this can do. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, probably 35. No, I lied. Let's go to 24, and let's take a picture and have some of the foreground covered with the gazebo here and some of the toy house to our left. That's going to give our image more of a three-dimension look, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So let's take a couple steps forward. And if we eliminate those, so for example, it's still at 24 millimeters, we're going to take a photo, and none of the foreground, so for example, this gazebo and the house, none of it's going to be in here, and that's what the photo looks like now. So that compared with the foreground, I think makes a big difference. It gives you more context to the photo. I'm going to try to get some photos of the snow, so maybe we can do a close shot of that. I think these trees look good over here, especially with the leaves covered by the snow. Let's get some photos of that. So this shot is at 18 millimeters, so just a wide shot of everything going on. Then we're gonna get closer to the leaves with the snow. Maybe do some vertically of the tree here. And then we'll zoom out a little bit, maybe 35, see how that looks. And then again, probably 18 millimeters, all the way zoomed out, just getting a wider view of the tree. I'm gonna get some photos of these leaves poking out of a fence right here. And so I'll probably shoot at 18 millimeter. I'll shoot vertically and horizontally. And then I'll probably get a little zoom going on there, just focusing on the snow. I'm gonna get a photo of the leaves up here. I just pressed the OK button because this red box shifted over. For example, if you move that red box all the way over and need to move it back, you can hit the OK button. I'll go back to that center there. And I'm just gonna take a picture of the leaves over here. And I'll tilt my camera up a little bit. I'm gonna get some photos of the snow on the roof here of the shed. I think that looks cool. This is at 18 millimeters. It decided to use the flash on that one, so if you want to get rid of using the flash, you can put that down and then go to the no flash button, and then it's still, everything's in auto here. I'm gonna do some zooming in. Try it at 55 millimeters. And I'm just trying different shots just to see what looks good. I really like how the ground looks, so I'm going to try to get photos of that too. So this is just 18mm, just the wide open as far as it can go. And then I'm going to hit the OK button to reset that. I'm going to get a little closer with my zoom lens. Let's see what looks good. Maybe we can get a photo of the grass over here. I'm going to try to get the branch here in the foreground, this one right here. And then I'm going to try to shoot the black part of the apartments here. So maybe we can do this. Let's see if that looks good. And if you want to turn it back to just looking through the viewfinder, you can always pull this crank, and then it'll go back to where you have to look through here to take a photo. So let me know what you think of the photos I took with this beginner camera in the comments down below, and if you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below, and all the other accessories I recommend for it. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.